Hey everyone, welcome to Anaheim Park Tours. In today's video, we are giving our overnight experience at the Desert Palms Hotel and Suites. The Desert Palms is located at 631 West Catella, and it is about 7/10 of a mile or 1.1 kilometer walk to Disneyland, and it takes about 13 minutes to walk to those gates. At the time of filming, parking is $25 plus tax per day. Staff and service. In some instances, we don't have a lot of interaction with the staff, and this happens to be one of those cases. We went ahead and we checked in later at the hotel after spending a whole day at Disneyland, and there was no line. We were greeted with friendly faces, had all our questions answered, got our hotel keys, went up to our room, and we really didn't have any other interaction besides that, except for at the breakfast buffet. We were greeted with a good morning and then a goodbye, have a good day when we left. No complaints, but very little interaction here.
Up next is property conditions. This property is very well kept and very clean. We had no issues at all with any of that kind of stuff. The time of year we were visiting was a very busy time of year, so we were expecting the parking situation at the Desert Palms to be really bad, and it was the exact opposite. We were really pleasantly surprised. There were lots of empty spots available. The spots were really good size. We're very picky about our car, so we were really happy with the size of the parking spots and how many were open still for such a busy time of year. The breakfast room at this hotel is on the very top floor, and it's actually a really neat breakfast room. Part of it is inside where all the food is at, and then there's also outside seating, and you can see a little bit of California Adventure from the top floor, so it's kind of a neat view, just a different perspective of the park from there. And there was lots of seating. Tons of seats were available while we were there. We had no issue finding anywhere to sit. And what I really liked was it wasn't super crowded or chaotic in the breakfast room. It flowed really well, and there wasn't a holdup of people everywhere, and you could easily grab your food and sit down. The pool and spa here at the Desert Palms is kind of in a very small area. It's very cramped, and it's not very private because other rooms look down into the pool area. So I'd say if pool is one of your higher priorities, this might not be the place for you. If you're just looking for a place with a pool to jump in at the end of the night or sit in the spa before you head up to your room, this would work out great.
On to room comfort and noise, and one thing we want to point out is how spacious this particular room is. We're a family of 4, but when we went with our friends who are a family of 5, and they stayed in an even larger room, and they had very positive things. They loved the room, they loved how big it was, and it was very comfortable for them. We loved it for the same exact reasons. Now on to the beds. I didn't care for the beds as much. They were doable. I just didn't feel like they were as supportive as they could have been. It was like, for me, it was more like sleeping on this couch we're sitting on. Crystal was fine with it. It's just personal preference, and we know everybody has a different personal preference. We wanted to point out the pull-out couch though. Our son actually liked that pull-out couch. It's probably been the only pull-out couch our kids like. We felt like it had memory foam, although it was a thinner mattress, but it made it more comfortable. A younger teen would probably still like that couch to younger kids. As always, older teens and adults may not like that pull-out couch, and we really recommend adults to have their own bed when sleeping in the Disneyland area. This hotel is actually above the parking lot, and we wanted to point out there is a little bit of parking noise when people arm their car alarms or when car alarms do go off. It can wake you up if you're a lighter sleeper. You do hear those things. It's not common, but we want to point that out. Unfortunately, our room was located near a stairway and near the elevators, and there was a lot of noise in the hallways during busier times of the morning and later at night. And so what we've learned from all our different stays, if you prefer a quieter room, we would recommend a room further away from this elevator and further away from the stairs.
Up next are the amenities. As we mentioned earlier, there's an included hot breakfast here at the Desert Palms, and while we were there was waffle makers, eggs, sausage, potatoes, coffee, tea, milk, and juice. So not a ton of different options, but we think there's something for everyone here. They also have a pool, spa, fitness center, and the rooms have microwaves and mini fridges. And this hotel offers a suite with 2 full bathrooms, which is pretty much unheard of in the Anaheim area. And I've seen lots of people looking for rooms with 2 full bathrooms, and they also offer suites with full kitchens. What that means is there's no oven, but there's microwave, they have a 2-burner stove, full-size refrigerator, and I see a lot of people looking for rooms like that as well. They are right next door to the 7-Eleven, and across the street there's a Walgreens and a CVS, so if you need any kind of toiletry item or any kind of quick kind of food items or snacks, it's really convenient for any of those things. And last but not least, they do have a food hall in their lobby, and we did not experience this. It sounds really intriguing to me, and I'd like to try it next time we stay. So it's basically like a kiosk, and you can order 9 different types of cuisine. So if one kid wants a burrito and another one wants a hamburger, you can order it all in one spot, and I think that's pretty genius. Because a lot of times we can't all agree on food. So we unfortunately did not try that this trip, so I can't really tell you a ton about it, but there are reviews online.
Who would want to stay at this hotel? We think this place is great for people who want a larger room where you can just spread out, or for those larger families that need that extra space. We have absolutely no problem staying here again, and don't take my criticism of the bed as us having a bad stay. I have no problem staying here again. If you want to see a room tour of this hotel, go ahead and click the link here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.